Hi, I am Rajalakshmi S. Rai, Principal of Vidyarashmi First Aid College, Savanur. Now I am taking the class of Business Taxation. So, we are always come across the word tax. Then, what do you mean by tax? Tax is the price or amount we pay to the civilized society. So, some amount we are paying to the society. Why we have to pay the amount or tax to the society? Because we are utilizing or using some sources or some benefits which we are receiving from the society. That is why we have to pay something. That means we have to assume some social responsibility. We are paying the tax. Then this tax concept is first introduced in India in the year 1860 by Sir James Wilson. So it is introduced by Sir James Wilson in the year of 1867. Then, before going to the subject, we have to study some important terms we are using in taxation. So the first one is assessment year. Assessment year. Shortly we are saying AY. Then what do you mean by assessment year? Assessment year is a period of 12 months. It should be a 12 months period commencing from 1st of April and ends on 31st March of next month. It is important. It should be started from the 1st of April and ends on the 31st March of the next year. So, this year, the assessment year commences from 1/4/2020 and it ends from 31st March 2021. So, it should be in 12 months. Once again, what do you mean by assessment year? It is a period of 12 months commencing from 1st of April and ending on 31st March of the next year. Then next we can see next important term is previous year. Previous year. In short, we are using it is PY. Then what do you mean by previous year? It is the financial year immediately preceding the assessment year. It is important. It should be immediately preceding the assessment year. So our example is now our assessment starts from 1/4/2020 and 31/3/2021. So immediately preceding previous year we mean it is the before year, immediate previous year. That means it is 1/4/2019 to 31/3/2020. So this is the previous year, this is the assessment year. So it is the immediate preceding previous year. So assessment year ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಆದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಾಗಿಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇರುವ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ 2021-4 ಆದರೆ ಅದರ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲಿನ ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತಿದ್ರೆ 31/3/2020. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್. Then another important is we are always charging the tax on the income of the previous year. We are charging or we are paying the tax of the previous year in the assessment year. ಸೊ ನಾವೆಂತ ಎನಿಸೋದು ಈಗ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆಕ್ಚುಲ್ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಈ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಜನರಲ್ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ in the current year. Then another important point is, if the business is established in the middle of this year, then how to take the previous year? For example, I am starting my business in the month of 1st October 2020. Then doubt when our previous year starts. So one rules is there in income tax. So in the case of previous year and the business is set up in the middle of that financial year, then the previous year is commenced from the date of establishment of the business and ends on the financial year. That is the end of the year. For example, if I start the business in the month of October 1st, but its ending date should be 31/3/2020. But remember always our assessment year should be 12 month. But if our previous year may be 12 month or commencement period. So it is that period when the business is set up till the financial year. ಈ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾವು ಹೊಸ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆವು, ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಮಿಡ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಾದ್ರೂ ಡೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 1st ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ 1st ಮೇ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ 1st January 2021ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೇವಂತ ಆದ್ರೆ, 19 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೇವಂತ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅದರ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಂತ ತಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಫುಲ್ 12 ಮಂತ್ಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ 1st October 2019 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವುದು, 31/3/2020ಗೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ನ ರೂಲ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಜನರಲ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಪೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೇಸ್ the previous year income is taxed in the same year. That means we are paying the tax of the previous year in the same year. The example is, so the exceptional rules for paying the previous year tax in the same year, that is means in the previous year, in the following cases. Number 1 is in case of a non-residential shipping company. So a non-residential shipping company should pay the tax in the year of the previous or in the year of his business. ಒಂದು ಶಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ಸಹ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಶಿಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪನಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಂಡೋಗ್ತದ, ಆಗ ಅದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆ ವರ್ಷವೇ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನು ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಕಾಯ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಪೇ that time only. In second cases, if a person leaves India for a long period of time, so if you are leaving the India for settling in abroad, then before leaving the India you should settle the tax. That means you should pay the tax in the previous year itself. ನೀವು ಈಗ ಇಂಡಿಯಾವನ್ನು ಹೊರಗಿನ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಸೆಟ್ಲ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಈಗ ಹೋಗೋ ಮೊದಲು ಅದೇ ಟೈಮ್ಗೆ ಅದೇ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಇಫ್ ಎ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಶಾರ್ಟರ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಇಫ್ ದ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಶಾರ್ಟರ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ contract business, then we have to pay the tax in the previous year only. So ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಿ, so it should be maybe a 3-month or 4-month period. If the contract is finished, then you should pay the amount to the government. You should pay the amount to the government in that year only. That means that previous year itself. So it is one exception to the previous year, where we have to pay the tax in the previous year itself. So once again, a non-residential shipping company or any person leaves India for a long period of time, and a business which is established for a shorter period of time. Another important term we are using in tax is SSC. This is the important term we are come across in tax is SSC. Then SSC means a person by whom any tax or amount paid under the Income Tax Act. Once again, SSC is a person by whom any tax or amount which is paid under the Income Tax Act. ಯಾರಿಂದ ಯಾವ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ನಿಂದ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮೂಲಕವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಗೆ ನಾವು SSC ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹಿಯರ್ P is in capital letter. Under person the P is in capital letter because as per our dictionary, person we mean individual. English dictionary nodidre neevu person we mean individual, but in case of income tax, person, the word person includes the following. Number one is an individual, like this. So an individual, that means the human being. So the human being can pay the tax. So he is called as a person. That means he is called as a SSC. Next one is Hindu undivided family. That means joint family in Hindu family. Joint Hindu family. ಈ ಹಿಂದೂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆಗಿಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ತಲೆವಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ, ಆ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದವರನ್ನು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ಅನ್ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. In this Hindu undivided family, it is important, it always includes unmarried daughters only, not married daughters. It includes unmarried daughters. So it is Hindu undivided family. Then number 3 is a firm. You know about that. Firm means a partnership firm. A partnership firm. Then last one is a company. A company. Company we mean it is a joint stock company created by law. It is an artificial person created by law. So it is a company. It is a joint stock company. Or we can add any association or body of association. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಕೊಡುವಂತಹ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಗೆ ಕೊಡುವಂತಹ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ SSC. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ who establish one business for their own purpose and they are paying the tax, then we are calling them as a SSC. So it is a association of person. Then last one is any artificial person not included in above 5 points. So any artificial person who earns something, that is he earns some income, then he is paying some tax, then we are calling him as a SSC. So once again, SSC is a person by whom any tax or any amount paid by him in the assessment year. So person here we mean individual, HUF, firm, company, association of body of association and any other artificial persons. Though we are calling them as a SSC.